Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqueline Lopez. I have another Christmas in July video. Today we are going to be making two very easy boho ornaments, and trust me, these are ridiculously easy. We do not even need glue to make them. As always, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time that I post a new video. Make sure to also like, comment, and share this video. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Here are the supplies that you are going to need for both of your ornaments. You're going to need some cotton twine, a small grapevine wreath. I'm using two different size beads, four small, one large, of course some scissors, and these beautiful white feathers. I bought these from Walmart pretty inexpensively. I'm going to start with the feathers. I'm going to open my pack up and get some that I like the sizes. Now, as you can see, they have a very flat bottom and I want them to have more of this feather-like end. So all I'm going to do is trim it to the desired shape that I want. Now you can do more of a diagonal cut and it'll give it this like arrow look, and I really like that. Or you can give it more of a round shape. I'm going to do it to this one, and my suggestion is just to do it in a continuous motion rather than start, stop, start, stop like I did here, because it gives you little scattered edges and it just makes a cleaner look to do it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and start pairing them, because you're going to need two per ornament, one large and one that is smaller. So you'll have a pair, so just make sure that you give them the same shape to both of them. Now let's go ahead and start on the first ornament. We're going to take our grapevine wreath and two feathers. Again, I chose a pair that looks good with one another, and then just choose the orientation you want your feathers to face. I'm going to take a small piece of the twine. I think this is about 12 to 14 inches, and then I'm just going to set my feathers right here next to my grapevine wreath, and this is pretty much what the ornament is going to look like. Now you can definitely stick them into the grapevine wreath, but I prefer this where the tips are exposed over at the top. So just take your twine and you're just going to wrap it around. Just make sure that you pull tightly so that the feathers don't move, because again, we're not adding any glue and it still holds pretty securely. Of course, you can most definitely add glue if you'd like. Once you feel like it's wrapped enough, go ahead and just make a little knot on the back. Actually, make that a double knot so that it's really nice and secure. Of course, you can make the knot over in the front and have some of the twine hang in front of it, but I prefer it really short in the back, so I'm just trimming that, and here it is all done. Now let's get started on our second ornament. We're going to need four small beads, one large, and then cut a long enough piece of cotton twine so that you have enough space to create a loop at the top. This is going to be our ornament hanger. Go ahead and tie a really good knot here, and you're actually going to do two knots so that it's wide enough so that our beads don't fall through at the top, again, since we're not using any glue. Go ahead and bead your beads through the twine. I'm going to use a yarn needle to help with this, but of course you can just make an aglet at the end with some tape. You're going to start by beading through two of the small sized ones, and then we're going to move on to the large bead. That'll be our center bead, and then do the other two. The difference in bead sizes is what's going to give you a more pronounced shape. Of course, I would have preferred to have used a larger center bead, but I had to use what I had on hand. Now, to make this DIY a more clean looking DIY, we are going to be hiding this little tail end piece inside of our top bead. You can, of course, trim it shorter, but this, again, just gives it a more clean and polished look. I do suggest doing that before you start beading the rest. That way it's easier to put through. Once you go ahead and do that, just go ahead and pull them all up to the top really tightly, and then at the bottom you're going to tie a knot that is close to the bead, and again we're going to do a double knot so that our beads don't fall through. Again, trying to keep it as close to the bead as possible so that they don't fall through and so that it stays really nice and stiff. Now we're going to choose our two feathers, again one large, one small, and all you're going to do is you're going to push back a little bit of your knot and pull them through. You're going to want to do both of them at the same time. That way the feathers keep the shape that you want them to at the bottom. So just go ahead and stick them through. There it is, all done. I'm going to go ahead and do it again so that you see what I mean by pull the knot back so that there's enough room for the feathers, to go in through the beads. Mine went in through this bead and also the one above it, just so that it stays nice and sturdy in there. Again, because we're not using any glue. Then just go ahead and trim off your tail end piece at the back, and there it is, all done. The thing I love the most of both of these DIYs are how customizable they are. Just by changing the color and size of them, it'll make it something completely different. You can change it from being boho to being farmhouse by just, instead of using feathers, you can use greenery like lamb's ear or eucalyptus. And again, just super customizable. I plan on showing you different ways that I'm going to use this exact same technique over on my Instagram for different DIYs, so make sure that you are following me over there. Again, I had so much fun creating this video for this series. I'm having so much fun doing all of these Christmas videos. It's a great way to get a head start on the holiday. And as always, I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, make sure that you give this video a like, make sure that you leave me a comment down below and share it with family and friends. That really helps my channel out. Also subscribe if you aren't already, that way you don't miss any of my future Christmas in July videos, and of course all the other videos that I have so much fun posting on here for you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and you have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.